Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is Monday. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for a 5x5. This is where I take 5 subjects related to magic. I spend 5 minutes talking about each subject and then move on to the next subject. It's always quick. It's always snappy. You never know what you're going to get. And on this week's 5x5, I'm going to be talking about the Blackpool Magic Convention because, guys, it's only just over a week away and I am super excited. I'm very excited, and the reason I am so excited is because this Blackpool is looking like it's going to be the best one yet. There is some incredible stuff that the organisers have lined up. I'm very good friends with Russ Stevens and Russ Brown and Guy Barrett, and I know a stack of stuff that they're actually planning, and it's going to be legendary. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I'm super excited about seeing at the Blackpool Magic Convention 2023. Let's go. Okay, first up, I am very excited about the One. Now, if you don't know what the One is taking place, I believe, on Saturday night. So if you don't know, Blackpool has gala shows. They have 2 gala shows a night, on the Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. So they have 2 sittings, an earlier kind of showing and then a later showing. And the gala show is normally some of the greatest talent that's ever lived, performing some amazing magic. Now, what they've done on the Saturday night this time is they have a competition, but this is unlike anything competition you've ever seen before. This competition is called The One. And the idea is, I think it's 7 people are competing to win £30,000. Now, that's a lot of money. That's more money than most magic competitions you will ever win. £30,000 and a chance to be called the One. Now, this is a one-off competition. It's not something that's going to run every year. Speaking to the organisers, it might be coming back at some point in the future, but it's definitely not going to be an annual thing. And I know from speaking to the organisers, this has attracted a lot of attention. They had hundreds, literally hundreds of applicants send in videos of what they wanted their act to be, and they slowly whittled it down to the top 7. Nobody knows who these acts are. It's a closely guarded secret. Nobody even knows the type of acts. I mean, that's the exciting thing. It's going to be taking place in the gala show. But obviously, if you've ever been to Blackpool Magic Convention before, you know that there's big screen technology. You know that there's a whole bunch of stuff going on like that. So because of that, they could have technically a close-up magician on stage, and a close-up magician would be able to compete with a stage illusionist, which would be able to compete with a manipulator. You know, I don't know the type of acts, but it is entirely possible that we're going to see 7 very eclectic different acts, which normally doesn't get seen. Normally you have your stage competition, your close-up competition. This is going to be a true variety. I know that there's a lot of people pumped, there's a lot of people excited. I know some of the names that have put themselves forward that didn't get in, just because I'm friends with them, and I know how good they are, so the quality must be through the roof. Now, as far as I'm aware, and I might be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, the winner is going to be announced on the Sunday night, and then the winner will get a chance to do their act again on the Sunday night, and then I imagine will be awarded the prize. But there you go, £30,000 is at stake. 7 of the biggest names in magic performing at the highest level, competing to win £30,000. The first thing that I'm super excited about when it comes to the Blackpool Magic Convention 2023 is the One. And just like they said in Highlander, there can be only one. So the second thing I'm excited about Blackpool Magic Convention is the extracurricular activities. Now, what do I mean about the extracurricular activities? Well, obviously, you've got all the stuff that goes on in the day. You've got the the dealers and the lecturers, and you've got all of this fun stuff that's happening in workshops and so on and so forth. But in the evening after the gala show, you have slightly more edgy content, so we'll work backwards. On the Sunday night, you have the Not the Gala show, which is organised by, I believe, Gary Dunn and John Kimmons. Now, Gary and John organised the Tricks Magic Convention, the Tricks in the Sticks Magic Convention, and they're known for having crazy gala shows as part of Tricks. Or the Not the Gala show, I imagine, will take the same form. It's the sort of stuff that you would never see on the normal gala show at the Blackpool Magic Convention, the alternative gala show, if you will. I guarantee you that this is just going to be off the wall. It normally is. Now, on the Saturday night, we're going to have Beat the One. Beat the One has become a tradition at the Blackpool Magic Convention. Now, if you've never been to Beat the One before, the idea is simple. There's three big ones in the audience. You have an act come on, they're given a certain amount of time, I think it's 3 minutes or so, where they have to entertain the audience in whatever way that they can do that. I mean, it's totally up to them how they do it, but they've got to entertain the audience. At the end of the 3, if they make it through 3 minutes, I believe they win a prize, or there's only one winner. But they've got to beat the wand. So in other words, if 3 people put their wands up, it means that they're buzzed off effectively and they have to lead straight away. The beat the wand is mental. It's 18 plus and it's absolutely, completely and totally mental. I've been a fan of Beat the Wand for a long time. I wasn't a fan of some of the stuff that happened last year when I was getting my tattoo on stage. Everyone's aware of that, but generally as a rule, Beat the Wand is exceptional. So they're going to have Beat the Wand again on the Saturday night, and then on the Friday night, they're going to have the Magic Podcast live for the second year in a row. Now, the first one was an absolute debacle. If you don't know, the Magic Podcast live is hosted by myself and my friend Lloyd Barnes. We've been doing this podcast for a year now. It's become one of the most popular magic podcasts in the UK, or in the world, sorry, and gets hundreds and thousands of listeners. Gets a lot of them, maybe not hundreds of thousands, but quite a lot of people listen to it. The Magic Podcast live the Magic Podcast is very edgy. It's not like the content on this channel or Lloyd's channel. It's very edgy. It's where me and Lloyd can really be ourselves and kind of say exactly what we want to say. However, I will tell you that the Magic Podcast live takes that up another 50% at least. So, if you're easily offended, please do not go to the Magic Podcast live. Last time I went on stage, had 27 pints, and I can't even remember what I did. But I'm fairly sure if I could remember, I'd be embarrassed about it. It's an absolute debacle in every way, shape or form. It's a car crash, but for some reason, it continues to be really, really popular, just like the podcast. So there you go. 3 things, 1 each night. That's the next thing I'm excited about at the 2023 Blackpool Magic Convention. Okay, number 3, the third thing I am super mega excited about are the dealers, right? Everybody is really excited about the dealers. I'm telling you right now, Blackpool has probably the biggest and best dealer hall in the whole of the magic industry. There's more dealers, more lecturers. Sorry, don't forget about lecturers right now. There's more dealers, more stands, more people trying to sell you products and tricks than anybody else any other venue I've ever been to, by far. Last year, if you went last year for the first year, it was quite a reduced amount of dealers just because we were just coming out of the pandemic. I believe that the amount of dealers this year is going to go back up to where it was pre-COVID. And I've spoken to a lot of dealers about some of the tricks that have coming out. Blackpool is the time of the year where a lot of dealers and magic companies will bring something brand new out and they will launch it at the Blackpool Magic Convention. Now, on the run up to Blackpool, starting this weekend, I'm going to be putting out interviews every single night with some of the dealers and some of the producers of magic that are going to be at the dealer hall this year's Blackpool, and I've managed to convince them to give me a sneak peek of some of the stuff that's going to be going on, some of the tricks that they've got for sale, some of the exclusive items. So I'm super excited about that. Those interviews are going to be going up as of, I think, Saturday, but keep watching Magic TV for that. But honestly, I know that there's some incredible stuff. Mark Mason, Alakazam, Saturn, just a Magic Dream. There's so many different, Michael Murray, Matthew Wright. There's so many amazing things that are going to be available for sale that are launching at the Blackpool Magic Convention. I'm going to do a separate video about navigating the dealer hall at some point, but for now, trust me, you need to know that the Blackpool Magic Convention Dealer Hall 2023, it's going to be absolutely lit, and there's going to be so much amazing magic that you're going to be able to buy. So the next thing I'm super excited about for Blackpool 2023 is all of the lectures. There's a lot of lectures I'm very excited about seeing, but there's one particular lecture that I'm very, very excited to see, and that is Lloyd Barnes. So Lloyd has never, ever, ever, ever lectured. He did a small half-an-hour lecture in the Philippines as a favor. He's been offered some of the biggest and most high-profile lectures you can imagine, and he's always turned around and said no. And the reason he's turned around and said no is because it's just not his thing. You know, he's never been one for lecturing about magic. He loves magic. He loves performing magic. He loves creating magic. He loves releasing magic, but he's not been one to lecture, and he never wanted to do a dealer dem or anything like that. So I asked a favor of him this year, and I said, dude, please will you lecture at Blackpool? And I managed to negotiate on his behalf getting Lloyd at the Blackpool Magic Convention this year. And to say that he's got something special lined up is an understatement. He's already done a secret lecture to warm up, a secret lecture held at a secret location in Wales, and you know, just to make sure that what he was doing would work, because he's going to take a very different approach to a lecture. A lot of lectures take the become dealer demos, really. It's like, hey, here's 5 tricks that you can buy at the back of the room. Lloyd didn't want to do that. In fact, he wanted to go in the other direction and give tricks out for free. So, you know, there's a lot that Lloyd has planned for this year's lecture, and it's going to be incredible. I know he's been making slides, he's been doing PowerPoints. He's really going to be taking a different approach. Now, if you've watched Lloyd's YouTube channel, and if you haven't watched Lloyd's YouTube channel, you really should. He shares every single week his unique creations, his unique ideas. Lloyd is, for my money, one of the, if not the most creative magician on the planet. And he's going to show you why. Now, he is literally opening the convention. He is the first he's the first lecture on the he's going to be on the Friday night at the on the arena. He's going to, sorry, on the Friday morning, I think it's like 10 a.m. in the morning, he's going to be there at the arena. It's going to be the first lecture that you're going to get a chance to see, and it's going to be a good one. Everybody who watches this knows that I'm a huge wrestling fan, and being a huge wrestling fan, you'll know that, or anybody here who is a huge wrestling fan, you'll know that the opening match is considered, it's called the curtain jerker, because it's the first match of the night, and typically a lot of the time it's one of the most important matches of the night, because it sets the tone for every match that's going to come on thereafter. And if the crowd are hyped up, then the rest of the card is going to go really well. Well, I think that's what Blackpool's done here with Lloyd's lecture. They know he's a safe bet, they know he's solid, and they know he's going to come with something unique and amazing. So why not put him on as the opening lecture for the whole convention? So go check out Lloyd's lecture. It's going to be on Friday at 10 a.m. at the arena. It's going to be exceptional. And the final thing that I'm excited about at this year's Blackpool is threefold. I'm gonna kind of throw in a couple of things. So first of all, I'm super excited about the Ruskin. I'm going to be doing another video on the Blackpool convention at some point over the next few days, but suffice to say, the Ruskin is where all the magic takes place. The Ruskin is where all the magic takes place. That's where you get to session with the biggest names in magic. That's where you're going to see the really cool stuff that you won't see in lectures, and you won't see in dealers, and you won't see on the gala show. Trust me, some of the best stuff that I've ever seen at the Blackpool Magic Convention is at the Ruskin. So do yourself a favor and make sure you go to the Ruskin. The other thing I'm excited about is the Magic Podcast Meetup. So me and Lloyd are having a Magic Podcast Meetup on the Wednesday at House of Secrets in Blackpool. That's going to be amazing. We're going to have a ton of people, and we're going to have me, Lloyd, and a special guest, and we're just going to be having a big old-fashioned session. That's going to be amazing. And then finally, I'm excited about Ryland, because Ryland's going to be doing 3 things at this year's Blackpool. First of all, he's going to be in the Bear Pit. I believe he's the youngest person to ever be invited to perform on the Bear Pit at Blackpool. So you're going to see his close-up set that he does when he goes out and does close-up gigs. He's going to be doing the Bear Pit, which is going to be amazing. He's going to be there with people like Nemeth Phoenix and Dave Allen. He's going to be doing the Bear Pit, so it's going to be super exciting. I'm going to be nervous as hell, but it's going to be super exciting to watch him do his thing. As well as the Bear Pit, he's going to also be demming on the Alakazam stand, and the reason is he's got his brand new trick coming out, his first trick. Youngest person ever to release a magic trick is releasing a magic trick at Alakazam. He's going to be demoing it. It's called Wild Cubes. Can't tell you any more about it, but if you watch my interview with Alakazam, you might find a little bit more, but it's something I've been using now for the last year, and it's killer. And then as well as that, if you are around in Blackpool on the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday after the Blackpool Magic Convention, then you can come along to the House of Secrets, and Ryland's going to be doing his one-man show. One-man show? One-boy show. one boy show, two halves, about 90 minutes of magic. He's going to be doing his full no card trick show. That's right, there's not a single card trick in his show. Instead, it's just a load of really fun material. He's doing that at the House of Secrets on Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night after the convention. And I'm so proud of him. At the age of 10, only just turned 10, he's performing at the House of Secrets. He's a resident performer at the House of Secrets. He's at the Bear Pit. He's releasing his own magic tricks. You know, it's why I do what I do. I love my son, and I think he's amazing, and I'm so proud of everything that he does. So there you go, guys. That is another 5x5 in the bag. That is, as I say, 5 things that I'm excited about the Blackpool Magic Convention. Now, there will be other videos coming up between now and Blackpool where I'm going to be hyping stuff up, talking about stuff, and just getting generally excited about Blackpool. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited about Blackpool as well, because I know I am. And more importantly, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. If you want to join the Nettrix, please do so. You can go to www.thenettrix.com. That's www.thenettrix.com. Don't forget, my new trick ED seat is now on pre-order, and you can go and pre-order it now from your favourite magic dealer. And I'll be back soon. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.